Yo, what is going on, everybody? It is your boy Dina Hype, coming back to you guys with a brand new video, and I hope you guys are having a great day so far. In today's video, what you guys are going to be seeing is, over the past couple of weeks, there's been some information kind of speculating around what exactly is going to be going on with inside of Grand Theft Auto 6. Now, the piece of article or piece of information I'm going to be kind of reading for you guys in today's video is going to be coming from an article. I'll leave a link to it down in the description, down there where it says info, so if you guys want to read the entire thing for yourself, you guys can do so. But what we're going to be discussing is kind of the storyline behind what is going to be Grand Theft Auto 6. Now, this was leaked, like I said, a while ago, and right now what we're going to be talking about is this a real leak or is this fake news? Now, there's going to be a long just portion of just reading that I'm going to be kind of going through. So if you guys are looking for just certain stuff, you guys can skim through the video and you guys will be able to find it. Or if you want to just read the article for yourself, you guys can do that as well. But we're going to go ahead and get straight on into things. So if you guys going to enjoy this video, do not forget to go ahead and drop a like. And also if you guys are brand new to the channel and want to go ahead and stay up to date with the content that I post here, you guys can do this now. You guys can go ahead and hit that big red subscribe button. Make sure you guys make it turn to subscribe and you guys will stay up to date with all the content that I post here, and you guys will be joining the Hype Nation. So feel free to do that. But getting on into the actual piece of information now, it says here, Rockstar Games has not yet even confirmed that Grand Theft Auto 6 is in development, but that hasn't stopped frequent leaks about the rumored game, with the latest leak claiming to have a very detailed insight into the next Grand Theft Auto story. Now, the speculation surrounding the next GTA game continues to build, with the popularity of the series and a massive success of GTA 5 fans leaving clamoring for more. Now, the almost inventable GTA 6 game has had every element of it discussed and supposedly leaked, including the map, how polished it will be, and of course, its expansive storyline. Now, moving on here, the latest leak posted by an anonymous Reddit user claims, quote, Rockstar plans right now they are to make GTA International with Hong Kong, San Fierro, Venturas, Triad-themed game in the future, quote. So right now what they're doing is, from a lot of the speculation, they're trying to make this game go international, make it to where it has all these different locations, and it's going to be a very fun, interesting type of game to play. Now, moving on here, it's important to note that while that claims to be a leak, there is absolutely no evidence to back it up, and therefore we advise you to take it with a proverbial grain of salt. Could it be real? Sure, it could. Now, however, in a space where leaks are as common as any other game, it is wise to be dubious at the very least. Driving straight into it, they begun by discussing beginning of the story, and it says here, and I quote, with the GTA 6, the game will begin in the 1970s Liberty City, as you play as a low-level gangster in the Spanish broker Harlem district of Liberty, quote. So right now we're kind of getting some insight on what exactly the story is going to be like, where we're going to be, how we're going to start off the game, who you're going to be playing as, kind of giving you guys an insight of the characters. Now, moving on here, the story mode will be divided into 3 parts: the prologue, main story, and the epilogue. The prologue takes place in 1978, main story 1980, and the epilogue in the present day. Now, with a large portion of the game is going to be set at a time where mobile technology was minimal, the way you communicate in GTA 6 will be a tad little bit different. Now, and it also says here, and I quote, a lot of modern players will have to get used to the new contact system, no mobiles to call people. You can use payphones, which are scattered around every city. Eventually, once you are in the 1980s, you can gain access to a brick phone, then a satellite phone for international calls. Now, ever since 2013, when GTA 5 was released, the gaming world has evolved a lot. Traditionally, single-player modes now have co-op options, and according to this leak, GTA 6 will be no different. Now, again, and I quote, GTA Online will be set in the 1980s and allow players to join another person's main story campaign as a member of a protagonist crew. Up to 4 players can join in on a story, while the online mode has its own story, quote. So the way they're making this sound is very, very interesting. It's almost like, say if I'm playing a story mode and I want to just play with some friends, and they're all doing their story modes, and we want to play together still, we can jump into each other's stories, help out each other, kind of finish up our stories, get them done. So it's going to be kind of like that. I believe a lot of other RPG games have kind of done that, where you guys can go in and you can play with other friends in their story rather than just doing one player for the entire story. It's a little bit of a fun little difference maker to make a game stand out, if you know what I mean. Now, even Rockstar may not have anticipated the success of GTA 5 Online would be, which essentially became a game of itself. In the latest Diamond Casino and Resort update, and with previous heists, we have seen separate story modes between single player and online. It seems this has been noted to be and expanded upon for the next GTA game. Now, elsewhere, it seems Rockstar are trying to make GTA 6 as realistic as possible. Now, it says here, and I quote, "The driving mechanics are a mix of 4 realism and 5 arcade controls," which they're talking about GTA 4 and GTA 5. And GTA 6 on-foot mechanics are more on the realistic side. If you want to bring an RPG to a mission, you have to use a van to store it in, or a car with a large trunk. So that is going to be kind of different, I think. It's going to be weird, I think, because in GTA games, we've been always kind of used to just having, I guess you could call it just a GTA or a RPG, LMGs, guns, rifles, pistols, all that type of stuff. You just put it away and it would just be on your person. We've all been kind of used to that. With the realistic aspect, what we're going to have to get used to is having to actually drive around with a vehicle, or have to actually carry a gun case and put the gun into a case to store it. That's going to be very weird, I will say so myself. But moving on here, and I quote, it does say, "Weapons can be bought and sold off the black market. Your character can gain weight or lose it. He can build up muscle, but not unrealistically big. This is a very grand, immersive, ambitious title." Quote. Now, something I want to go ahead and say just real quick, because I said this to one of my friends a while back. They probably know who they are. I wanted something like this to happen. Just something to make the game as realistic as you ever could possibly make it. Make it to where you actually have to carry weapons around in a van or a truck. Your person actually lost weight. You choose when you want to eat. You make your person gain weight, lose weight, get a better body, get skinny. If you put tattoos on them, if you want to get rid of them, you actually have to go to like a hospital. Stuff like that. You can actually have a family. All that type of good stuff. Something that makes the game real. I wanted something like that. Just a fun game that really just puts you into the real world aspect. Now we're actually possibly getting it. We'll have to kind of wait and see. But moving on here, there will also be implications for every decision you make. Killing someone may come back to haunt you at a later date, and getting arrested is no longer a 10-second inconvenience it used to be. As you guys know, with GTA 5, if you kill someone, it's just going to say wasted. You end up at a hospital, you walk out, and you're back. It's not going to be like that anymore. Now, it says here you're actually going to be an actual punishment. It's not going to be just a quick cutscene. You will lose time, value, and respect of your peers and your money. So what is going on here is, if you die, or you guys are murdering people or anything like that, because I know a lot of people like to just go into GTA 5 to just drive around and kill people. If you do that, what it's going to do is actually say your person is, I guess, 22, 23 years old. What exactly is going to be going on here is your person will actually age, I guess you could say. It's going to actually age. Maybe they'll get to like 30 years old. They're going to come out. Your friends are not going to know you anymore. You're not going to have any home. You're probably going to lose your family in a way like that. You'll lose value. You lose probably rank with your peer or friendship, I guess you could say, with a whole bunch of friends in the city. You'll lose money. You're going to lose all that type of stuff. It's going to be very interesting to see kind of how things work. Now, moving on here, it says here, Squim knows that Rockstar are notoriously serious about their NDAs, but the leaks that have come out recently are about 60 to 70% correct. Now, they tend to keep track of all current employees' online profiles as company policy, and it also says here, please do not ask for information about the source. He or she will be in serious trouble. Now, Rockstar's plan right now are to make GTA international with Hong Kong, San Fierro, Venturas, Triad themed game in the future, and it's kind of just repeating everything that we've already described. Now, moving on here, some things that they kind of talk about is, it says here the protagonist's name has not been set in stone yet, but he is described as a 20-something character with a naval officer absentee Gringo father and a South American mother. He is a bilingual dime bag dealing, jewelry snatching criminal who enters the drug trade to support his large family in the fictional city of the Republic of Castellano. Now, South America is where it is going to be located, which is Rockstar's versions of Colombia and Bolivia. Now, during this prologue set in LC 1978, you are employed to kill the boss of Gambetti, family name Sonny, which leads to you heading down to Vice. Now, the drug business is very next level. You first begin selling weed to Liberty for the end up as a smuggler for the Pacific Cartel, an international drug syndicate based in Mexico and South America who are looking to expand into the US. Now, eventually you are sent to smuggle cocaine back and forth from Vice City to Liberty. In this part, you can actually drive down to Vice from Liberty. As you earn more trust and money, you can use planes, smuggling the drugs through Escobar International, through connections and bribes. Now, another thing here says every route has its own risks and rewards, and the DOA, Rockstar's DEA, play a major role in the story. As you arrive in Vice City, you are given more responsibilities as a crew leader in the cartel. Here you are able to assign your own smuggle operation by going to South or Central America to find a solid source for quality cocaine, and as you raise higher in the organization, you meet and are able to travel to a fictionalized South and Central America along with Mexico. Now, moving on here, it says you get to have people working under you, and your job is to make your cocaine import and export run smoothly for the cartel. These people you can meet throughout the game, much like Heist from GTA 5. GTA Online will allow players to join campaigns with their own customized characters. Character customization is much more detailed, ethnicity and selection of voices that allow you to lower or raise the pitch, body type, more realistic faces, clothing, so you think of your online character looking like he belongs in the story instead of the supermodel, crazy looking online characters inside of GTA 5 Online. Moving on, it says starting off you can meet new contacts. However, the deals that usually take place in cheap motels carry the risk of being a setup by other players or criminals for stepped on cocaine, lower grade coke, or no cash. Now, as you make money, you can invest into a fleet of planes with pilots, boats, and choose routes that have a risk-reward factor financially. You have your own inner circle of friends. A storyline involves an undercover FIB agent in your crew. The Pacific Cartel has an internal dispute, and a war takes place on the streets of Vice City. Now, moving on, a chapter revolves around you being actually sent to prison and sentenced. The prison chapter is about you surviving, making new contacts and discovering vital information, and dealing with enemies while attempting to keep your business going. There are various prison gangs, with the Aryans, KKK being secondary antagonists in the story. And the last part is, probably the best part, it says here, when you are released, it is in the 1980s, and the Pacific Cartel have split into 3 cartels. This is coming from Madrazo Sr. Now, there is a lot more information whenever it comes to the story, but I'm going to kind of scroll down. It's just kind of talking about a little bit more of the story. If you guys want to read the entire story, like I said, the link's in the description. Everything is down there. This is a very, very interesting story. But moving on here, it says there are 6 main locations, which is the main theme of the game. The main cities are Liberty City, which is going to be a limited area. There's going to be Vice City, which is the main city. There is Rio de Neva, which is South America, which is Rio de Janeiro, I'm guessing, which is a main city. There's Republic of Castellano in South America, which is a mix of Bolivia and Colombia, which is a main city. I'm sorry if I'm butchering these names, by the way. I'm sorry. I'm probably butchering the names very badly. I'm very sorry about that. Now, moving on here to some of the minor cities, there's People's Republic of Del Castro, or Central America, which is a fictional Central American island based on Panama and Cuba Island. Next up, there's Mexico, which is a limited area. And then, like we said in the beginning, the prologue is from 1978, the main story is 1980, and the epilogue is the present day. Now, kind of moving on here, it says a lot of modern players will have to get used to the new contact system. Like we said, Dome Mobiles. To call people, you can use payphones, which are scattered around the city. And kind of moving on here with the article, there's not really much more within the story, but like I said, if you guys want to read the entire story, I've kind of broken down a good bit of it. Like I said, the realistic aspect is going full force with this game. GTA 6 is going to be the most real game you would ever see if this is true. Like they said, what I am reading here is about 60 to 70% true, but that could mean nothing. That means there's still a 40 to 30% chance this could be complete BS. So we'll have to wait and see for any more information that gets dropped on this topic. But if you guys did go on to enjoy this video, like I said, do not forget to go ahead and drop a like. And also, if you guys are brand new to the channel, want to stay up to date with any of the content that I post here, you guys can go ahead and hit that subscribe button and turn that little notification bell on so you guys never miss a single thing that I post. Like I always say in my videos, you guys can head to the bio section of my YouTube channel so you guys can find out everything I upload. But a quick breakdown of everything I upload. Call of Duty content is most of the time on here whenever it comes to Black Ops 4 for updates, patch notes, DLC weapons, new multiplayer info, blackout info, or just keeping you guys updated whenever it comes to any leaked news for whenever it comes to Modern Warfare, Call of Duty Mobile, or just anything Call of Duty related. And whenever it comes to major GTA 5 updates, or keep you guys updated whenever it comes to GTA 6. So if you guys are a fan of any of that type of stuff, or any of that is your cup of tea, feel free to subscribe. If you guys want to head down in the description, all my social medias are down there, so feel free to hit me with a follow. If you guys want to go ahead and help support me, links to all my sponsors are in the description, so feel free to check them out. If you guys want to go ahead and help support me as well, and click that link down there where it says merchandise, that'll take you guys directly over to my merch store, and you guys can cop yourself some of the Hype Nation merch. Feel free to rep the Hype Nation brand. But without further ado, guys, it's been your boy Dina Hype. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a great day. Peace.